All right.
All right.
We are back. We are wandering the halls of the factory at Equinox Studios. Currently looking at some of the stuff on the walls at Edition Studios, who are printmakers and bookbinders and just amazing, beautiful, old school print and and bookwork. They're great. You can find them. They have a really great Instagram page, Edition Studios. Strongly recommend looking them up.
Absolutely.
Offering some quality words of wisdom here. Be kind, gentle, playful. Copy that. Will do. And where are we on our way to? We are on our way to see Chris, right?
Sheridan, absolutely.
All right.
133.
133. I think it's down the hallway.
Good.
Let's take a little gander at some art as we move along.
Seeing some of last month.
Right, with Willem.
Some of these.
Ooh, your hat looks really good in this hallway.
Oh, I bet it does.
Yeah, that looks great. Look at that. There's the spirit of Equinox right there.
Right, and reflecting off of these like collage pieces as well. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Oh
yeah.
Down those watercolor schools, I think, were up here.
Yes,
before.
they
Those
were.
Super cool.
I'll have to check in with her whenever we talk to her to see what she's got up her sleeve next. So this is some of Miss Christina and Willem's studio, photo effects studio gallery. We'll come back and talk with them a little later in the week. And at the moment, we're looking for Chris.
Hey there.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
Good.
Trying to figure the best way to book this.
Oh, geez. Okay, thanks.
There, I'm running out of space, so.
Microphone.
Oh, sweet. I always feel so official with the microphone. I appreciate that.
You
guys.
look official with a microphone.
Yeah, right on. Cool. I try sometimes.
So how's it going? Will you tell us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I'm Chris Sheridan. I'm a painter. I've been in Seattle for 15 years. And this is my little space. I normally share it with my wife, but she's at home painting. So I took over the whole thing.
All four walls.
All four walls. Yeah. I have a lot of work in here right now.
Yeah, you do. Well, show us some of what you've been working on.
Well, when I talked to you guys in the summer, I was getting ready for a big solo show.
That's right.
I was going to have in Oregon. I had the show.
You did.
Yeah, and all the work is back because COVID sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But it sucks for all of us, right?
That's true. It's a universal second.
Yeah. So most of that work is here. A lot of it's all wrapped up because I don't have enough room. But this was from the show itself, from my solo show. Just a recap, my solo show was about a 2-month art residency that I did in Corpo, Finland. This little teeny tiny island in the middle of the Finnish archipelago. Yeah. And I spent 2 months backpacking and taking pictures and doing sketches, hanging out. And then I came back, and all year I've been working on this epic solo show. And it was cool. Like, I'm super proud of the work. Like, it was such an accomplishment to finish all the work. I just wish that people wore masks and then people could go to my show.
Right.
And I wish for all my artist friends that are probably watching this when it comes out, I wish they could have all had their shows too. This is how we make our living, and it just got dashed because masks are such an oppressive thing. I promised I wouldn't get negative, but that was my little bit. Just my little tiny dig out there.
Absolutely. Bring it on.
Yeah. But Equinox Studios, we're an amazing community. We all support each other how we can, like you guys doing this amazing thing right now. And so I know that the year sucked for so many of us, but little things like this make it awesome to keep on doing things.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And it's a good excuse for work and I to get out and actually see some art,
Yeah.
Moderately self-serving.
Yeah, exactly.
And we wear blankie hats.
Oh, you have a great hat.
Yeah. We're trying to keep the spirit alive.
Yeah.
So give us a little bit of a talk through some of your process or some of your color choices. Like how do you make what you see in Finland into photos happen on canvas?
Well, That's a good story. A good question. Anyway, so I have discovered in the last couple of years that artwork isn't anymore about creating paintings of stuff. For me, it is sort of crossed this line from being a want simply to create to a want to learn more about me, and how that learning came to be, which I know is kind of selfish, but I go into the forest and I wander around and I check out cool places. And, I originally thought that I was going into the forest to, hunt down these ideas of the origins of stories and myth and folklore and stuff. But the more and more I tromped through the woods, the more and more I started to turn my discovery inwards, maybe inadvertently. I started thinking about past traumas and experiences, all these things. And it just like opened up these floodgates of emotions and ideas. And so now for me, artwork is this sort of healing process where I go outside and I live these mental health things, you might say, and experience them and build upon my story and my collection of tales, if you will. And then I come back to the studio, and the way that I process everything that I thought about when I was in the field is by recreating these paintings. And it sort of becomes this full circle of experiential quality and then processing quality, which gives me this full ability to think about and process who and what I am and what my story is. So it's kind of a driving force now, me getting out than I am in the studio. But sorry, that was a long introduction to your question.
That's quite all right.
Directly to your question, so when I get back to the studio, I have lots of sketches and photos and all kinds of things, and I do charcoal drawing on canvas to match the locations that I really like. They get a bit more expressive than the photos because I want to make it my own image and not just a copy of a photo. And then after the charcoal is on the canvas, I spray coat it and then I waterproof it, and then I do oil paintings on top of that.
Dang.
I start off with a really bright red underpainting, and for me, conceptually, the bright red is sort of like the existence of life, the quality of things that exists in living beings and living sentient beings and places. And so it's kind of like, you can see a little bit of it right in here. For me, the red underneath is sort of like the blood of this place, of this existence. And then I paint on top of that, and some of the red shows up, some of the red disappears, but if you look closely and everything in here, there's a little bit of that red all over the place. And it's sort of what ties together my work stylistically and aesthetically.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let me have you pause for just 1 second. Tabasco, is that audio okay?
Yeah, it goes. We're not losing you, but it goes in and out a little bit.
I sort of bungled through that one anyway, so.
So it has been going in out just a touch, but it suddenly sounds like it's doing okay. What if would you swap mics with him? I'm wondering if one mic is not as good as the other, and since Chris is doing most of the talking, it might be better.
Sure.
Oh, I have a little hand one, but that's better. It's right.
Yes, we've been trying to get we've been trying to figure out the best way to do this over the course of 7 months.
Yeah.
Nice. Good teamwork, everybody.
That's
Right.
a little.
All right, let's do this audio test.
Hey there.
How does that sound, Tabasco?
So far, it sounds much better.
Just tap the commercial break.
After these messages.
We'll be right back. Oh no, we're still here. We haven't got anywhere.
Okay, good.
Sweet.
So are you getting better audio now, Tabasco?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Okay, great.
Yeah, okay.
Excellent. Well, we'll just continue from where we were at.
Yeah, so anyway, that's it. That is charcoal drawing, waterproof charcoal drawing, red underpainting, then oil paint on top of that. And then That's really about it.
And what do you use the same sealing process for your top coat? So
No.
you did a process and you sealed and then painted.
Yeah, so when I do my charcoal drawings, I use matte finished crystal clear
Okay.
on top of it, but that doesn't make it waterproof. That just sort of gets it so it's smudge proof. And so then I've got this trick where I use matte medium in what I call the Ferrari. And the Ferrari is this giant cement trowel. And I load it up with matte medium. And as long as you only go over the canvas once really fast, it doesn't lift out the charcoal at all.
Oh, wow.
But it completely seals in the charcoal. So that way, if you're painting along and you really just destroy a section of it, you can take out some turp and dump it on there and rub it out, and your drawing's still there. So you don't ever lose it. I used to be an illustrator back in the day, and I'm, old illustrator techniques with graphite. And I wanted to see how I can make it better with charcoal, and that's how I do it.
That's very tricky. You heard it here first, people.
What's that?
I'm just telling our audience that they heard it here first.
Yeah.
Amazing tricks. So are any of your works for sale, or do you have things, we've got your information up on the screen, so if anybody wants to get a hold of you, they can certainly do that. But
if you look at that sign right there,
oh,
I put it up for it.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
I have a website which has everything on it, to an extent, everything on it. And then the shop is my Square online shop that has a holiday sale up right now. But it's got some original paintings on it. It's got limited edition prints on it. So there's a good selection to choose from.
Great. So, folks, go take a look at Chris's work.
Do it.
Support our artists and our beautiful Equinox studios here. This is gorgeous work.
Thank you very much. Actually, it's kind of, I did it sort of chronologically here. So this was the most recent solo show that I had. It's all Finland work. And then this one was just the remnants of what I had left over from a solo show in 2018. It was all about Iceland and a quick jaunt that I did there. And then this is the last two paintings for a solo show I had back in 2017. And this was right at the point where I decided that I didn't want to paint the figure anymore. And then started doing this stuff. And so this is sort of a history of the last 3 years.
That's fantastic. Well, I got to say, it feels really good being in here surrounded by all of your work.
Thank you
It's strangely feels very warm despite all the blue, icy northern hemispheric tones. It's really lovely, Chris. Really, really lovely.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Was there anything else you want to say to our folks out there in the world?
Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you're all healthy and safe, or as good as you can be. And hopefully, if we just wear our masks, we can get beyond all this.
That's right. I believe there's an end in sight.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing us around your space. It's a pleasure to be invited in.
Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
Yeah. Equinox forever. All right. We're going to head on out the door here. Bye, Chris. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I almost lost it that time. Where?
There you go. It's so close.
So close. All right.